Hello, just wanted to just make a really quick video about the Snood that I had crocheted for Higgins. Someone had asked about it, so just wanted to kind of explain it better. So it's just oh dang it, what's that called? The stitch. I keep forgetting it. Mesh cluster stitch, I believe is what it was called. So there's kind of what it looks like close up. And then Higgins, stay. And so I just slide, I have one end that's big and it can slide over his head. And then I have the other end smaller to where it will stay like that. So I can kind of like pull down on it and see it's not, I made it to where it'll stop right about there before it gets over his ears. And that way it holds his ears, and he can shake in this and everything, and it does not, his ears don't come out of it. It can go over his collar and hold that back as well. He wants to go play. Alright, go ahead. So I just made it, I kind of winged it. I never really make anything by pattern. So I kind of just went around. I started, and then I just kept going around in kind of like a spiral, all the way up until I got to a certain point. I kept on measuring it on him actually, and seeing where I needed it. I had him right by me while I was doing it, so I kept measuring it. And when I got it the length of his neck, I started going just kind of on just the one side back and forth like this instead of all the way around, so that I could then bring the top up here for the top of his head, and then keep this lower for under his chin. And I did have to tweak it a little bit. That's why there's kind of like a bulge here, because I did end up extending that too far. So then I just kind of took a couple rows of my stitch and then tacked it down so that it would turn that a little more. So turn it so that it's lower under his chin and then goes kind of up over his head. And I would probably do it a little different now. I'd probably just do it flat and then stitch it together down the middle afterwards. It'd be easier that way. That way it'd be easier to drop the stitch and get that angle better. But in hindsight as well, it's actually kind of nice that this kind of mess up is down here, because it creates a little bit heavier weight on that side. So it kind of keeps it even, like when he shakes, it keeps this side down. So it might actually be beneficial. I mean, it's just 100% cotton, so it's gonna stretch eventually. It's kind of the shape of it a little better like that. But it should also tighten up a little bit when I wash it. It's gonna get worn, but that's what it's for. And it was pretty cheap to make, and didn't take too long to make it either with the open weave. So yeah, I hope that helps explain it better. So there's the weave again. Hopefully it's coming out. And then when I would drop a stitch and go back, I just kind of made it kind of like an angle on that last one, and I just had a central point that I was working off of. So, and then I just did some tighter stitches here by the neck so that it would be thicker and more heavier and keep it down. So that's how I made Higgins' Snood. Hopefully that explains it better.